There's absolutely no doubt the ongoing pandemic has been detrimental to the nation's mental health, and researchers found that many of us are going to new lengths to treat it. A recent study has seen a 150% increase in an interest in CBD products between the announcement of the first lockdown and the nationwide peak in cases. At the time, the nation's mental health was at an all-time low, with almost half of us reporting high anxiety. Tell us more about this, and the link there is Clifton Flack from Cytec, a cannabis consumer brand company. Good afternoon.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well. I trust you find you well.
Fantastic, good stuff.
Now, as soon as you hear the word cannabis, we often think of people smoking a joint, but that's not what we're talking about here, is it? We're talking about an oil which hasn't got the hallucinogenics, but has got a load of other fantastic properties.
That's right. That's something you mentioned one of the key misconceptions about CBD, that it's going to get you high. And that's something that we used to hear a lot more in years gone by. Fortunately for us, the UK has become very sophisticated and educated in CBD, and we hear that a little bit less now. We do hear other misconceptions that people are obviously still concerned about. Is it legal? Is it illegal? Is it safe? What kind of brand, what kind of product should I be taking? There's still lots to learn. But yes, that core fear or concern that they need to smoke a joint and they're going to get high, that misconception doesn't seem to be with us so much anymore.
So, I mean, when it comes down to what the research found to begin with, when it comes down to the way in which we've been impacted across the nations as far as our mental health goes, obviously this is been a huge thing for everybody. So what did you find?
So we've been looking at the market. I mean, we're always looking at the market. Over the past year, we've seen some interesting trends. Interesting trends in search behaviour and buying behaviour. I'm sure I didn't tell you or to your listeners that this year the pandemic has had a major impact on all of our mental health. I think we still have a long way to go to understand exactly that, the depth of that impact. But what we saw for sure in the early part of the pandemic, as we went into the first lockdown, was a dramatic increase in searches for CBD products. And there's lots of information out there about research that's done to show an increase in searches for remedies for anxiety and insomnia, because this is what we saw, and we speak to our customers all the time, and many of our customers suffer from anxiety and insomnia, or insomnia, which is anxiety-induced, and obviously the pandemic is the single biggest trigger for that over the past year. So we saw a big increase, similar to the panic buying over toilet paper. People were panic buying CBD. People were searching for different remedies to look at all these different indications and health concerns. And then over the year, as we come out of lockdown and back into lockdown, and now we're in this third, probably the deepest lockdown, we've seen a dramatic increase in searches and interest for working out ways for consumers to find ways to treat or to alleviate these anxieties and fears that are going on. It's a difficult time for us all now.
Yeah, with Liverpool having gone up by 220% and Birmingham down the road in the Midlands 105%, there's obviously been a widespread interest everywhere. But what is it that CBD can do that is helping here?
So there's two things really. There's lots of science. I mean, we know categorically that CBD acts as a natural anti-inflammatory. So if you think anything that Nurofen might be able to do, in theory, in the right dosing and the right delivery mechanism, CBD could do the same. But also, it's been used in lots of, there's still many clinical studies that are going on now. CBD is an anti-anxiety. And that's why, as I said before, many of our customers report they suffer from anxiety or anxiety-induced insomnia. And when they use CBD, it very much helps, in fact, holistic mind-body balancing. And we know this also, there's all these studies that are going on now in America, actually in Israel, there's many studies going on about how CBD might be able to be a really good, strong remedy for PTSD. And actually we in England have many ex-military, ex-veterans that serve in Afghanistan that swear by our CBD products to help them with their sleep issues and other issues that are going on. So there's many things that CBD can help, but it's not a miracle cure. It's not a medicine. We sell it as a food supplement. And this is all in itself, can be quite confusing. Because whereas lots of people will talk about what it can do, when it comes to marketing of the product, we can't really say any of these things. So it's the same thing as selling echinacea or ginseng. It's a natural food supplement and has many benefits. It can support many issues that people might have. But to sell it as medicine is something that we can do.
And there's also, work being done by the Food Standards Agency to make sure that these things are the right products on the shelves. Obviously, you're there alongside a number of different products, but you are one that it will be registered in time for March to ensure it can continue to be on sale.
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up. This is probably the single biggest challenge and positive paradigm shift for the industry going on. Yes, last year the FSA, the Food Standards Authority, they indicated that they will be enforcing the EU novel food classification, which basically means that any CBD product that's on the shelf, it has to be registered. And to register that product, it needs to go through significant safety protocols and testing, everything from stability testing to toxicology testing. These things can take a year to 2 years to prove the safety and the standardization and the repeatability, because if you're buying this product, like anything, a can of Coca-Cola, you expect it to be the same product month after month, year after year. So this is one of those things that the regulation is really important for. It's something that has been lacking in the past. Many of your listeners and consumers out there probably understand that there's, or can attest themselves, that there's no mainstream brands that are selling CBD yet. It's very much the Wild West. Consumers need to do their research properly to understand which product and which brand is the most trustworthy and why it's most trustworthy. Do they have all the various certifications and safety protocols? And there's something very important that's happening this year. I'm very proud to say that as a company, Cytec, that we've been ahead of the game. We've been working on our novel food submissions and safety protocols for the best part of 2.5 years. We're ready. And we're very excited for this year. We're obviously, like everyone, we're hoping that we can come out of this pandemic strong. We're hoping that, that this could be one of the positive things of Brexit, and we can chart our own course. And just this new regulation that the UK is providing should give the UK significant advantage, not just for consumer access to CBD, but for CBD, for UK CBD brands and regulations to be copy-pasted effectively across the world, so that what we're doing will become the standard in the industry. And that's very exciting.
So where can we go to find out more about your product and all the benefits?
Well, our products, you should jump onto the internet, have a search for Cytec. Cytec is spelled CIITECH. And on our website, you see all the research that's been done that we comment on. Also, there's some clinical studies that we've been involved in ourselves. And you'll find links to all the products and brands that we've created, some of the innovative products that we're working on, and some of the very exciting products that are on the market today. So, yeah. Jump on the internet, search Cytec, CIITECH, to learn more.
Well, Christopher from Cytec, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.